Hey guys, JJ's here. Welcome back to another video. Um, Today we are doing another trade recap. Uh, so I'll just kind of briefly go over these notes. No really like high impact news. We have some GBP news today. And then Empire State Manufacturing Index at 7:30 didn't affect markets much. So went ahead and started trading at market open. I don't have school the next 2 weeks except for Thursday and Monday, so that's why I've been trading market open. So today, no high impact news really. Took one trade, and that's the only trade I took, and I won it. Simple trade really came into the market and saw the price had tapped into an accumulation zone and a 15-minute value gaps. Set up a limit order at the top of the accumulation zone. Was only going to enter if price tapped that back in. Price did, going as low as another 15-minute value gap and then rallying higher. Bit long of a trade, but a win nonetheless. Stops below the accumulation zone. TP hard getting some lower highs from previous day. Risk 1% for a 1 to 3 RR. Right, correct bias, waited for entry, no FOMO, followed my designated risk. Wrongs. Little ambitious TP, might start executing on the 1 minute time frame for less ambitious trades. Considering before I even entered, I decided that this was the only trade I was going to take. I could have risked my full 1%, but the thought didn't occur to me. Alright, now we can get into the fun stuff of the charts. As you can see, price is kind of soaring right now. I could have gone for a much more ambitious TP, but I am very happy with this trade alone. So let's talk about it. So I came in today, scale into 30-minute and higher time frame, right? 30-minute and 1 hour time frames, and I just went ahead and marked out this little accumulation zone. Um, I mean, this probably could have been considered it, but I considered, I think it was 30-minute, yeah, 30-minute accumulation right here, and I saw this huge leg up, right? And I was like, okay, well, we have accumulation zone, fair value gap, right? 15-minute, we have two 15-minute fair value gaps, or is it one? Hold on, let me double check. Okay, we have two. So we had this one, which was the initial one that I marked out, and I put my entry for my limit at the top of this accumulation zone, and we have another 15-minute fair value gap right here that got tapped into after I entered. As you can see, price soared, entered, went lower, and then rallied higher. You know, a bit of a consolidation, I guess. Rallied higher, consolidate, and then ran through TP. Or, well, actually, broke, got worked out right here during consolidation, and then now it's running higher. It's probably going to hit these all-time highs before day's end. That's really it for this trade. Stops below these. I will say, uh, I I will say it was. I mean, I would say this is an A setup, not necessarily an A plus setup, but it wasn't a bad I recognize that this was a good trade because accumulation zone and stuff like they've been working very well for me, and price could have gone lower to this order block, but I was willing to risk it because it had already been tapped into twice before, and I was just like, I really doubt it would, so I decided to take the risk. That risk paid off. Nonetheless, if it did, I probably just would have entered again down here for a better entry. Um, but this was a 3R trade. Um, as you see, these were the yesterday's trades, right? And this was today's trade, my only trade. Now, for the first time, guys, since actually January, but January was a fluke. For the first time, actually trading with risk management and skill and stuff, and I actually know what I'm doing more. First time since January, I'm at a 10% gain on the account, which is $1,000. So I'm very happy with myself. I try not to go below this, but I'm not gonna try to have that really in mind. I know it's probably gonna, I might lose a trade tomorrow and then 5x it the next day. I don't know, but I'm very happy with this. Solid entry, solid execution. I'm very happy with this trade. I didn't really look at any trades on SPX. I had this set up, and I was like, if price comes down here into this order block, I might. But just, I saw how crappy price action got, and I was just like, eh. And then I was like, okay, well, Well, actually, I saw this. I saw this leg up, right, and I was like, okay, price comes back down. I might enter, and then I saw all this. I saw the wicking, and I saw the, the consolidation. I was like, yeah, I think it's still respecting this order block. So it took buy side liquidity. It's still respecting the order block. I think price is going to continue lower, and that's exactly what it did. And I decided not to get in on this trade because to me it was not worth it. Um, trying to see. I mean, I might conceive myself doing something like this. Hold on. Considering I only risked my 1% today, I might. This is actually like not a terrible setup. Hold on. I want to see how price reacts once it gets back into this zone. This Ferrari gap. I want to see how price reacts once it taps into it. I think it'll probably tap into it a couple more times. And if price does start to continue lower, I'll probably put some buy stops and target like maybe a 1-to-1. Maybe even try to close on some more profits today, but I'm probably not going to. Just, I don't know, to me it's not the greatest idea. Um, yeah, I'm literally thinking if price decides to start going up, I might just do, or going down, I might just do something like, well, actually, no, that's a terrible trade. Uh, might try to target something like this. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, it just depends. I mean, there's not really any more reason for it to go higher, except for this for value gap. There's no for value gaps up here. Um, it invalidated this order block, invalidated this area of accumulation, which, I mean, it had been respected all these times before, but now it got disrespected. Understandable. Think price is probably going to continue lower before it goes higher. So this is like higher time frame probabilities and stuff. Um, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. Uh, I'm probably not gonna enter this, but we'll see what price does. Let's, yeah, this will be a fun little exercise. Let's just see. Uh, you know, no reason for price to go higher. Stops above some highs for value gap retracement, right? Here, how about we do this? How about we set something up like this? Yeah, this will work. 1 to 4R, and then this would be a 1 to 1. Nah, yeah, this is a little experiment. We'll see what happens. Price taps in, and then see if it runs to TP. We'll see how that goes. I'm not actually gonna enter this trade. But we'll just see if I'm right, and we'll check on it tomorrow. Anyways, that's all I got today, guys. Like I said, the only thing that I might have could have done better was um, go with the full 2% risk, because before I even entered this trade, I was like, this is gonna be the only trade I take today because I saw no setups on SPX, and gold was actually a really good setup. So I could have allocated my full 2% risk, well, at least like a 1.5% risk, because like I said, it was an A setup, not necessarily A plus. My A plus would be things like um, order block, break of structure, inverse value gap, fair value gap, multiple call purchases. Um, like this trade that I took yesterday. Like this trade that I took yesterday when I entered right here. We had or actually entered like right here. My bad. We had the inverse value gap right here. We had the bearish value gap right here. We had a high time frame order block. We had a break of structure. I really want to do like a. Yeah, I'll call this a low. A little bit of a break of structure right here. Yeah. So this is kind of what I was talking about yesterday too. You see how price tapped into it one, two, three, four times before it actually manipulated lower, taking out these previous day lows, right here, right? See how low it manipulated, or how much? Sorry, before it distributed. I mean, price manipulated, stopped out people here. People went to longs, I guess. They got, or sorry, shorts, or no, yes, longs. They got stopped out. Other people that got shorts banked. Um, this is what I mean by multiple confluences, order block, inverse fair value gap, break of structure, and this is why I'm starting to become like today. I only took one trade, and it was a good trade, and it was a good setup because I'm starting to kind of build that confidence in my trade a lot from back testing and just market experience because finally starting to understand things. And what I'm realizing, like maybe not with the lower time frame order blocks, like 5 minute order blocks, sometimes 5 minute order blocks, those get tapped into once before price moves. These high time frame ones, they get tapped into at least twice. So I've noticed that if I see price tapped in before market open and stuff, I don't need to panic. I don't need to try to catch a trend, which is what I tried to do yesterday when I entered right here with my shorts and got stopped out immediately. And yeah, so lessons learned from yesterday with trying to catch the trend and not being patient, and I implemented those today, and this is exactly where it got me right here, and I'm very happy with this setup. So, anyways, over this trade. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. If you have anything, please leave me in the comments and go follow my Instagram. I post that Instagram story pretty regularly. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow.